Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's GeneralTarheel, your coach at Charizards, bringing you the SDL Season 6 Week 6 battle against Coach Sean and the Galactic Greninjas coming into Week 6. Well, it's been a break, let me just say that. I believe last week we picked up a win versus Loris in Week 5. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks since I've uploaded for SDL. One reasoning behind that is that we did have a week break. There was an All-Star game in which I would take part against Silver Smasher, but I was busy, so I opted against that and gave it to my boy Nico. So that was a week off for that. And basically, I already faced Sean later than Saturday, I believe, when we had this battle, or it was the day of Saturday. And I just felt like it would have been of my better interest if I made this like a league or upload required league, to where I just upload the battle a week after it happened. This basically gives me enough time to record, and I'm not forcing prep on me or my opponent and getting a battle done by Saturday, just so I can upload it on time. So from now on, it still should be every Saturday. It's just that it's going to be it's just we have to take that 2-week break in order for it to sync out properly. Now coming for this build versus Sean, I knew it was definitely going to be a tough battle because Sean's a pretty solid battler, but he does opt the very fat route, which I do not enjoy. Borderline stall, I guess you can say. He just really prefers fat teams and going for the long games. This was going to be an interesting battle, definitely for that. I don't know how that just looked on the screen, but I definitely had to pull up my Teambuilder in another tab because it's been a while since I pulled this up. But I'm going to pull up his roster real quick. As you see, he has the Mega Latios, Tapu Fini, Arcanine, Shaman, Alolan Hitmontop, Stunfisk, Porygon 2, Bronzong, Gigalith, Stoutland, and Dusclops. Very, very fat team. Just about his only offense being capable of Latios Mega, maybe offensive Arcanine, maybe Choice Band Muck, and then of course Stoutland Insane is pretty decent, as well as Choice Band Gigalith. So, more so I was trying to capitalize on the bulk that he normally brings. The last time I beat Sean, I just basically brought bulky setup and just worked through his team. Actually not even bulky setup, it was more hyper offense with setup. And I just felt like I could still benefit from that if I went into it like that this game. So, when I was building, fucking kidding me. Okay, I forgot I had to clear Windows, so I don't have my team. So I'm just gonna quickly try and remember my team off the top of my head. I believe I have a Leech Seed, Protect, Air Slash, Earthquake, Celesteela. I believe I have a pretty bulky, kind of slow Adamant Garchomp with SD, Earthquake, Poison Jab Z, and Crunch. And I have Tapu Lele with Choice Specs, Modest, Psyshock, Psychic, Moonblast, and there was some other move, Nature's Madness. And then lastly, I think I had a Power Up Punch, Shadow Bone, Flare Blitz, Alolan Marowak, and then I also had and Marowak also had Stealth Rocks as the last move. And then I had a pretty bulky Milotic, of course, with Scald, Recover, Mirror Coat, and Ice Beam, I believe. Maybe I was wrong. No, Haze. Scald, Recover, Mirror Coat, Haze. And then lastly, it was Serena with, it was more of a Spadef Serena. And I had Synthesis, Knockoff, Drop Kick, and some, U-Turn maybe? I don't know. Some other fill-in move, dude. I don't even remember. I hate that, I had to reinstall Windows, so it cleared some of my teams. Yeah, so I don't have my SDL team, so we're just going to go with that. We'll see throughout this game. I also haven't seen this replay since the match happened, so bear with me. I just really want to be able to get this up, because I don't want to stop uploading matches for the SDL. It's just been a while, so as we want to go into the match, I will just get rid of his team real quick, and we will hit play. Oh, get rid of that music. No, thank you. I decided to leave Lele, and this shows that his Tapu Fini is faster than my Lele. I did make my team pretty slow because I expected him not to have that much speed, but it benefited me because my terrain actually went after his, so that way I could just already pick up a kill right here. I two-shot the Gigalith with a Choice Spec Psyshock, as he would just go into Stoutland. This thing absolutely destroys my team. He just goes for the return right here. I will opt to switch out into Celesteela to scout what other move he could go for, as he went for the Crunch. And right here I'm going to protect to scout to see what he will go for, and as we see, we'll just go for that, and he goes for the Ice Fang right here, as I know he probably has like Wild Charge or Wild Charge or Fire Fang maybe. I was more thinking Fire Fang. I totally forgot about Wild Charge. Also helps him with Milotic. as poor Celesteela takes all that damage. Right here, we'll just decide to go into Garchomp as he goes for the return, and he takes so much damage. And I'm not rough skin Garchomp, I am Sandvale. Trying to abuse his sand right there. Definitely didn't work. And I'm going to switch out here. I'm just trying to bluff Scarf with my Garchomp as he goes into Latios. He's just going to set up a Calm Mind, which is understandable. But right here, I just derped. I don't know why this was my immediate switch in, because now I lose my Lele, which picked up a dang kill every time. Right here, I'm going to go for the Miracle on the Latios. I was so happy. Let me actually pause because it's going a little fast for me. When I was team building for team building with Gentle for Sean here, we were like, okay, everything's gonna be slow, everything's gonna like just be pretty bulky, you just need to pick it off as much as you can. Latios would be the only thing with speed, and we thought Latios had a pretty poop matchup and we weren't expecting it, to be completely honest, but the man still brought it, so I didn't really prep too much for it. We just went to the immediate conclusion that he's not gonna bring it, because this was like under a 30-minute prep, very rushed, and it just wasn't going to go my way. Luckily, we picked up the Miracle with Latios, otherwise we were going to lose 1,000,000%, I can promise you. But as we continue the battle here, he does show he has a Calm Mind Finny, which is interesting. As I go for the recover here, I'm just going to be spamming Haze right here for a little bit, as he keeps continuing getting up his Calm Minds. That Haze changed since recently. That's a cool little thing they showed right there. As he keeps going for the Calm Minds, I'm just going to go for Scalds plus Haze. I really like lose nothing out of it in my opinion. Even though I really probably should have just been spamming Haze the entire time, as we will see soon. But I'll just go for the Scald here. It'd be nice to get the burn because he does lose his terrain. So after going for a few Calm Minds and stuff like that, I'm still trying to get this Scald burn on the Finny, trying to wear it down more, and he goes for the Grass Knot. I did not know Tapu Fini got Grass Knot, and he shows his Life Orb. So here it goes, Sean showing that he brought more of an offensive team already. I was so surprised. I'm like, what is this? Why does it do this? So I go into my Serena. It's like, okay, well, this is perfectly fine. I go for Chop Kick. I probably could have switched out on the Arcanine since that was kind of obvious, but at the same time, I didn't really want to risk it. He does show he's Sunny Day Arcanine as I go for the Protect, just trying to waste some of his Sun. When he was offensive, I'm not surprised it was Z Sunny Day. I'm more so surprised at why he didn't opt to go for Z Sunny Day right here. As I will go into my Garchomp, this is where it would have been nice to actually have been smart and have speed. If my Garchomp had the actual speed, outspeed, and offensive Arcanine, which I was not expecting in this matchup, purely because I was like, okay, fatness. Even though offensive Arcanine is a very solid matchup here, and I was just rushing myself too much to see it. And Gentle and I were both on the fact that, okay, it's just going to be fat, we gotta capitalize on that. And I thought bulky offensive Garchomp was going to be the way to go with that, and of course it wasn't. So, we get outsped and he kills me with Hidden Power Ice, which is really unfortunate because we would have killed this Arcanine, that would have been a big deal. Now this next turn is really big. He has a few Zmons, of course, most of them being offensive, but this Arcanine is status only. As in, it could only run Z Sunny Day or Z Will-O-Wisp and stuff like that. So as we're right here for this play, he opts to go for the Z Inferno Overdrive, which I believe is Z Flare Blitz. Was that Z Flare Blitz or Z Fire Blast? I don't remember. But basically I could have won there because I could afford the forfeit because he used a move that he shouldn't have, and I was kind of asking about it because there was still a chance I could lose. But I realized that if he's the sets that I think he is, I still win this game, so I'm not that worried. Right here I go into Serena. He goes for the Ice Beam. I'm just going to synthesis up. There's no reason for me not to act false. I go for the Drop Kick. Okay, but either way, he goes into Porygon here. He gets the attack and is like, okay, he's a speedy Porygon with a Life Orb. I was like, what? He was so offensive this game. He brought a speedy Porygon 2 with Life Orb. He brought a speedy Calm Mind offensive Tapu Fini with Life Orb. Offensive Stoutland in Sand, which, I mean, it would be a normal brain for his team. It'd be his one offensive Mon. Offensive Arcanine, offensive Calm Mind Latios. I could have gotten the 3-0 win versus Sean purely because he used the Inferno Overdrive, but it didn't make a difference in the end just based off of his Pokemon. I basically thought I had the win con to where I could still win in the end, and if I got hacks, that's when I would claim the forfeit win. But the fact is, because of his prep, I wasn't going to win that game no matter what, even if he didn't use the Inferno Overdrive right there. So I wasn't going to take the win from Sean. I was still going to give it to him. So he did pick up the win right here, and we do finally get our first loss in the SDL. But I just have to give it to him because his prep was just really smart. The only thing I'm upset about is that he decides to actually prep offensively and do a very well prep only versus me. Like, he will always, I guess he just brought his only fat so far versus everyone else. But I guess it's probably just because I give him the most crap for being more of a fat stall player and whatnot. But I can't knock him, like, props for the prep that he brought versus me. Offensive P2, I'll never see that again with Life Orb. That was very nice on his part. I tried to, basically this game, I played out my end game to where if he was a bulky P2 in the end, because I thought I had that between my Marowak and my Serena, because Serena would have knocked off and Marowak would have just killed with Flare Blitz. But he did prove me wrong there. And there was no way I could take this from Sean. Like, I was, at the time, yes, I was asking for the forfeit win, but after seeing all this, it's like, I couldn't do that to him. Also, if I want to continue on a defeated streak, I want to do it purely off of skill, not some rules, even though it should be followed. I didn't want to take a win like that. So Sean does pick up a win versus me for week 6 of the SDL, which is totally cool. And then next week, I believe we were taking on Justin in the Detroit Lux race, so look forward to that, and make sure to check out my P4G as of yesterday and my APA for tomorrow. So that'll be it from me this week. Make sure to sub, like, share, deuces.